I'm just asking like Disney adults how much they paid for their Disney vacation.
About $35,000.
35,000. Wow.
I spent $50,000 on my last Disney trip, and here's the breakdown.
Here's how much we spent at Disney day 2 of 5. A mediocre breakfast at Hollywood and Vine cost us $223.
Damn.
People are literally going broke just to go to Disney in 2025. I'm not kidding. Families are taking out loans, maxing out credit cards, and spending thousands of dollars for a week of magic that they can't even afford. And the craziest part, Disney knows exactly what they're doing. Prices for tickets keep climbing, the parks are more crowded than ever, and somehow people keep lining up to hand over their money. Today, we're breaking down why Disney vacations have become a financial trap, how the happiest place on earth turned into one of the most expensive, and why so many people are falling for it. Now, if you guys have ever been to Disney World or Disneyland or any Disney for that matter, let me know how much the trip costs down in the comments section below, and don't leave anything out. Otherwise, let's get right into today's episode.
I'm about to ask these guys right here with the stroller. I got a YouTube channel and I'm just asking people what they paid for their Disney vacation.
Oh wow.
Just to help like people out that never been here.
How much we paid?
Yeah.
So $2,000 in the hotel.
For like the whole trip?
Where you staying at?
And
The Contemporary.
The Contemporary, so $2,000 for 2 days.
2 days.
And
$2,000 to stay in a hotel for 2 days? Are the bed sheets made out of silk? I don't understand.
food, wow. We're at 1,000. It's been 1 day, not 1,000, 2 days, 1,000, right?
Yeah.
We did character dining. Yes, it was $340
Wow.
at the snow.
The camera's right there, by the way.
Oh.
Sorry, I don't know where to put it because I put it on a trash can. Someone's gonna knock it over.
Yeah, we went to the Fort Wilderness and did the story time. And yeah, $70 a head. So
What do you think the total of your whole vacation would be?
at the end,
Yeah.
today we have character dining. Tomorrow we have character dining. It's gonna be about 4,000 for 2 days.
Is it just you two? And
No,
No.
her husband, my other granddaughter, my other grandkids. I'm missing one. Yeah, it gets expensive.
So for 6 people.
In a nice hotel, and
Okay.
we do character dining. We don't have to do that. We can go cheap.
But
We
we
just don't want to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. I appreciate you guys' time. My TikTok and YouTube is DJ from Orlando.
EJ from Orlando.
DJ from Orlando.
Okay.
Yeah. Very
Write that
simple.
down so I can look at the video.
All right, thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. It's good to meet you guys.
Thank you. Thanks for your.
We can go cheap, but we don't want to. She said it was $4,000. I thought it was for 2 people. Then she said it was 6. So if not that this is going to make any difference here, because, and I'll tell you in a second, but $4,000 divided by 6 is $666 per person. That ain't half bad, except I think she had either 2 or 3 grandchildren. I'm not sure how much. So then if you do $4,000 divided by 3, comes out to like $1,300 a person for, what did she say? A couple of days? I don't think she was there for a week. Just a couple of days. I'm not entirely understanding. $2,000 for 2 days at the hotel. $500 for food. But then again, for 6 people, it isn't half bad. But boy, it is a lot of money, guys. It is a lot of money. I actually just came back from Disney. That's why I'm making this video, because it's kind of relevant. Not so much, well, I also did some of the parks too. My parents came and they wanted to see Animal Kingdom. They're not really big, Disney people. So we didn't do the main parks, like the Disney themed ones, but we did Animal Kingdom and Epcot. And then I had a friend come and he's never been to Disney. This is what you get when you live super close. People just want to come to you to go to Disney, not so much to visit me. No, but it's a mix of both. But then we did Epcot. And this time we went on season when they had the festivals. And yeah, that was insane. It wasn't expensive. Like, we're not doing it on expensive terms, but we did look at how much the cheapest hotel was during just one night. We wanted to do one night so we didn't have to drive back. It was, for the cheapest Disney hotel, $400 a night. Why is it that expensive? I don't understand. I stayed at like a Home Suites. I think that's Hilton or Marriott. I don't even know. For, I don't know, I think it was $180. Yeah, or maybe it was $150. It was $150 for one night, which isn't as bad. Split between 3 people, it was $50. I will tell you though, they screw you on parking. I had no idea they charged an overnight parking fee. A hotel in Orlando, $30 a night to park my car in the hotel parking lot or I would get towed. So anything in Orlando is atrocious. I don't know how far away we'd have to go for us to see reasonable pricing, but anything near parks, you're on your own for that. Anywho, I wanted to read a couple comments that people had left on that previous TikTok here. Like, I just said that. We can go cheap, but we just don't want to. Yeah, it's crazy. I really want to know how many of these people have credit card debt or debt in general. Maybe I should make a video. Oh, you guys are going to hold this to me. Going to like Disney Springs or Disneyland, like Epcot or something, and just asking people how much debt they have, how much this trip cost. Hopefully I don't get kicked out, but I would honestly put money that most of them are going into credit card debt and then paying like minimums in order to afford trips like this. Not many people have like $4,000 to spend.
Disneyland is always full when you go because everyone there is in credit card debt. We've had people on the show endlessly go into debt to go to Disney. I've been to Disney once, the Orlando Disney, the better Disney, and I loved it. It was fun. Am I going into endless debt for it? I don't think so. But that is why Disney is always absolutely loaded up.
It is crazy. It is crazy. I went with my parents either like late August or early September where they didn't have festivals during Epcot, but we also did Animal Kingdom too. Honestly, we maybe max were waiting like 20, 30 minutes for majority of the rides, if that, because we were just picking the shortest ones and not the longest ones. But when I went back on season to just Epcot, it was the amount of people there, it was insane. I mean, bumper to bumper, standing like this. It was so crowded for every single food. It was the Food and Wine Festival. It was crazy, but I never went to Disney as a kid. Parents never wanted to go. And because I live in Florida, I was like, I might as well see what it's all about. And honestly, Epcot's pretty cool. I don't really care too much for the other parks. I did it once. Don't really need to ever do it again. But the fact that I can drive there and not have to pay for like hotels and stuff, I could even do it in a day, or I could just, find an off-site hotel. I can reduce the price pretty substantially, but the tickets aren't cheap. We're talking like $150. And guess what? If you only go for one day, you don't get the Florida discount. If you go for several days, you do get a discount, and it is significantly cheaper than out of state, but it's still it's still not a cheap experience, because then you have to pay for all the food and add on. This is just to get you into the park and do some rides. Surely it gets boring eventually. It does, to an extent. I got bored of most of the main parks, Animal Kingdom, I don't know the other ones, the one with the castle. Those I don't ever need to do again. I did it once. That's it. I got my fix. But as for Epcot, I can do that several times. That's more of an adult park. I do enjoy it. It's got a lot of food. That's kind of why I like it. Tasting food around the world. I'm not a drinker, so I just like, especially when the festivals are happening, to get the little bites. It does add up, though. It does add up. It does get pretty pricey quick. So you have to go with the budget, $100, $200. And then once you spend that, that's it. Or pack, a main lunch or some snacks to hold you over in between. You could save a lot of money that way. But the other parks I do get bored of. And the crazy thing is, I know I have friends that have small children, 6 months old, a year old, and they have annual passes to Disney. They go every other week, and it's insane. It's like, you're not doing this for your kid. Your kid's not going to remember going at 2 years old, 1 year old to Disney World. You're doing this for yourself. You're a Disney adult. Don't deny it. Own up to it.
This surprised me even. Let's watch this.
So here's how much we spent at Disney day 2 of 5. A mediocre breakfast at Hollywood and Vine cost us $223.
Damn, for breakfast?
Then we headed over to Toy Story Land, and even with Lightning Lane, we still only got to ride one ride. Ice cream was $25 and popcorn was $16. Then over at Galaxy's Edge, 3 lightsabers cost us a whopping $800.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
Every ride had a 120-minute wait time, so we only got to ride one ride in this section of the park as well.
That's crazy.
We tried the infamous blue and green milk and had lunch at Backlot and funnel cakes at Epic Eats. Factoring in our nightly hotel rate of $997 brings our total to $3,758.
For one day?
Oh my. I'm
One
sorry,
day?
I don't even know where to start. Was that $800 on lightsabers? Did I hear that right? I'm actually not sure if I heard that right. Was it $800 on lightsabers?
Yes, it was.
How many lightsabers was it? Was it 50 lightsabers? Three lightsabers. $800 on 3. Were they real? Like, they better be real lightsabers, like an actual laser that can cut things in half and deflect, other lasers that are being shot at you. I can't really go on much much more detail about how lights.
See, there's different ways to do Disney. You can do Disney like that and go in and spend a lot of money, which a lot of people do. The amount of people that are walking around with the ears and lightsabers and the refillable cups, it's insane. They could spend a fortune. They're living it up. But there is a way to do it cheaper. I went off season. This is the first time I went. I think it was like $500 each for 3 days. That's including tickets and the hotel. It was right around that. It was nothing where I was like, whoa. And that wasn't too bad. And then the food, I just bought snacks at Aldi's and I was eating that for the most part. And then, we split dinner here and there. So it really wasn't anything crazy, but it was certainly significantly less than what some of these people are spending. And we went off season. That's kind of the kicker here. If you go off season, everything is typically cheaper. I mean, she definitely did Disneyland in the most expensive way possible. Yeah, she certainly did. I hear it all the time. I mean, it's crazy. I call it Scooter World. That's what I call Disney because all the adults, majority of them, are in scooters or wheelchairs, and so are the children. I mean, there are adults in scooters pushing their kids in strollers. It's crazy. It reminds me of that movie WALL-E. It might even have been produced by Disney or Pixar. I don't know. But that's what it reminds me of. It's crazy. And if you look, most of these kids are infants. I've even seen newborns there. And I almost guarantee you, had I asked them, they would have said, oh, I'm doing this for my kid. I want my kid to experience the memories. It's like your kid is 2 months old. You just popped him out and you're bringing him to Disney as an excuse to spend thousands of dollars and go into debt for, and they're not even going to remember it. It really is crazy. I do not get Disney adults. Neither do I. I don't understand it. And it's a real thing. If you guys have ever went, the amount of people that are really into it, even though it's for children, it's pretty crazy. He's just happy somebody else feels his pain. That's pretty funny. The husband looks so happy to be validated. It's like the only time he gets to hear it. It's for her. She's using her son to go to Disney. Yep, that's exactly what's happening. And most people do that. They just find any excuse to go there. Most stable father I've seen on the show struggle with $9,000. How? I wonder how much a Disney pass is too. And it's not like you buy the pass and you get to go for free. You might just get slightly cheaper rates on like the hotels and the food and stuff like that. I get asked all the time, oh, do you have a Disney credit? Last time I went to Epcot, they were like, are you a Disney season pass holder? I was like, no. I was like, why? They're like, oh, at the Mexican restaurant, you get free chips if you are. Wow. I am going to spend thousands of dollars to get that perk. What a win.
How much did you spend on your Disney vacation?
Including plane fare and all. About 5,000. I got theme park tickets for each day we here. Photo memory maker. Got the Genie Plus and the Magic Bands.
How much did you spend on your Disney vacation?
About 500.
Yeah, see, that's not bad.
Just under $1,000 on extracurricular stuff minus hotel.
How much did you
Minus
spend on
hotel.
your Disney vacation?
Probably 3,500.
Package. So we got Epcot, Magic Kingdom, and Hollywood Studios.
Same.
How much did you spend on your Disney vacation?
Our tickets were around $500 for me and one child, and that's 2 park days. And then we spent about $400 on a flight.
I know I spent significantly less than that. It is crazy, but hear me out. Again, what you do with your money is your call. I just think that you should be out of debt before you do stuff like this. And I think that's the big disconnect. When you have money and you have an emergency fund and you don't have any debt, you can spend your money how you want. I don't care. Want the newest phone? Go for it. Want to get a new car? Go for it. Want to go to Disney and spend $6,000? Go for it. You've earn that privilege. You get to experience the fruits of your labor. It's for all the other people that try to justify their reasoning for why to go. Like, oh, just because I have debt means I need to miss out on life. Certainly, if you want to be a slave to whoever you're paying, your lending company, and you have to finance Disney on a credit card to pay the minimum, which is a 30% interest rate, and you think that's okay? I don't really think that's living. I'd rather pay it and be done. And essentially, it's just me. I wouldn't want to spend $5,000 on Disney. I'd rather go travel to a different country for $5,000, or I don't know. There's a lot I could do with $5,000 and gone in 3 days at a Disney park because I wanted to get ears, a lightsaber, and the unlimited ultimate refill of soda. It's insane.
I spent $50,000 on my last Disney trip, and here's the breakdown. We flew out of New York, and our round-trip tickets were $496.96. We stayed 3 nights.
Pause. How is it even that much for round-trip tickets from New York to Orlando? I guess it's expensive. I mean, my friend flew to me from New York, left out of LaGuardia, to Fort Myers, and it was, I don't know, $150 round trip. Like, if you go off-season, the tickets are dirt cheap. They're practically giving them away.
At the beautiful Coronado Springs Resort. For 3 nights, our room came out to be $756.79. We got food from restaurants, quick service dining spots, and also the Food and Wine Festival, and the total was $256.74. We bought our annual passes this trip, and because we're out of state, we only get the Incredipass option, which is the highest tier. And for 2 of our annual passes, the total came out to be $3,086.38.
So it's like $1,500 per person for the annual pass per year. I mean, some people, they probably have, I bet you they have payment plans and you can pay monthly for it.
On Girl Math, our future park tickets will be free. What's a Disney trip without buying merch? Got some good stuff, and the total was $205.56. Now, this is the moment that we dropped $45,000. We've been thinking about a Disney Vacation Club membership for a long time now, and this is the trip where we finally decided that we're going to commit. Getting DVC has been one of my biggest personal goals, and I still feel so surreal that I'm officially a DVC member. I seriously cannot wait for a lifetime of Disney adventures with DVC.
What kind of scam is that? $50,000 to be a Disney Venture whatever DVC member? Personally, I kind of like Universal better. I went to their New World, like the Super Mario one, online. It was heavily promoted. It really is crazy. On my TikTok feed, when it first launched, and this is smart on them for their marketing, they had pretty much allowed hundreds of micro influencers to come for free tickets to go to the park and film it all and blast it out on social media. Kudos to them because it worked really well, and I had FOMO and I really wanted to go. It ain't all that. Honestly, all the other parks at Universal are so much bigger and better. I was in and out in like 4 hours from that. It's for children. I really thought they really could have done more with the Super Mario Bros. It's cool to look at through the Bowser one, but the Mario Kart game was terrible. But my fiance really likes Harry Potter, and those worlds were cool. A lot of that stuff is pretty cool. It's done really well, and it makes you feel like you're in another country. It's crazy. The amount of people that are foreign and like international from Europe that go to Universal is also a really cool experience, the way they talk proper English on a Tuesday. Very cool. What is DVC? That's what I'm saying. I don't know what it is. I was confused on how a trip could cost $50,000, and then the DVC stuff popped up. What is DVC? Advice. DVC is literally a timeshare. Good luck with that. Interesting. So it's a timeshare. I thought we've already debunked timeshares in 2025, that they were like a scam. I don't know enough about them because it's not really relevant today, but what I took from it is that they are like waste of money and scams, and you like have to, maybe it was a good concept, but you don't really make much money from it. It's hard to get out of. You can't really use it as much, blah, blah, blah. Like they're put at the same pedestal with like MLMs and stuff like that, or they are one.
I'm sorry?
Are you on vacation here?
Yes.
I got a YouTube and a TikTok, and I'm just asking like Disney adults how much they paid for their Disney vacation.
Oh no. Am I going to be like on camera, or you're just like taking data?
It's up to you.
No, I don't want my face on there.
Okay.
About $35,000.
35,000. Wow. I bet-
30.
Well, never mind. This camera tracks people, so they're wrong. It starts tracking.
Okay, yeah, I don't want my face on
Yeah,
that.
that's fine. I won't put it on there. I promise.
Yes.
35,000. Where are you staying at? If you don't mind me asking.
We're staying at the Disney Animal Kingdom Lodge.
Oh, okay. How many days is that?
We got here on Friday.
Friday.
So, we're here till next weekend. So,
Okay.
about a week and a half.
Okay, thank you. My TikTok and YouTube DJ from Orlando. Nice to meet you. She paid $35,000 for a week. That's insane, guys. She didn't want to be on camera, so I ain't going to put her on there, but wow. Insane. That's a car.
Yeah, it is a car. How does one even rack up $35,000 in a week and a half at Disney? They'll take your money. They will take your money so quickly. For $35K, I could be in Italy for 3 months. You could probably be in Italy for a lot longer than 3 months. I did all of Europe in 2.5 months for $3,000 and had an apartment in Vienna, Austria for a month. Man, you could see the world for $35K. How does one go to Europe for 2.5 months on $3K? Are you like staying in those, like where you rent a room or something? You rent a bed? Because that makes no sense. 2.5 months for only $3K totally alone. Enlighten me. And no hate because I've traveled at all. Or maybe you're backpacking and sleeping because that doesn't, how cheap are hotels? $50 for a nice hotel? $35,000 and staying at the Animal Kingdom Lodge. I don't know. I don't understand. I feel like you could get a really good experience at Disney for paying, what is it? $1,000 a head. $35,000. What are you getting?
Here's what a day at Disney cost me for a family of 5. Before we even got into the park, it cost me $30 just for parking.
Sure does.
And even being a Florida resident, tickets for a family of 5 with one child under 10 was still $974. Paying for the Lightning Lane was $35 per person and only would have given us speed access to 3 rides. So we opted out of that. Right after our first ride, we bought 2 waters and 3 ice creams. This totaled $29.50.
Pause. If you're going to do it, you got to bring your own water bottle. I had no issues bringing my own water bottle. This one right here to Disneyland, and I had no issues. You just keep refilling it. It's a waste of money to spend $6 on a bottle of water that you then throw out. You got to carry a water bottle. Bring a cart. I don't know what it is. And then you can put all your snacks and all your water in that, and you would save so much money on food. The tickets, I get it, but that's insane. I mean, if I have a family of 5, I don't know if I'd be doing Disney all that often. I'm just going to say that because clearly it racks up to be quite a bit of money.
Second ride, they wanted a pretzel and I wanted a beer. This was another $19.
Oh my
This guy right here wanted a lightsaber for $44.99, but I was a hard no. After that, it was time for lunch, so we went to the Brown Derby where we could sit down for a little bit and order a
$44.99 for one, and then the other lady spent $800 for 3.
Meal. They didn't like the options and the prices were outrageous, so we left and went somewhere else. We each ended up with a small pizza, each had a side and a small drink, totaling $44.35. After lunch, we took off and waited more lines, and we also met a few characters along the way. Once we got to Star Wars Land, we had to buy some blue milk for $10.29. It tasted like a slushie with nerds on top. We took a few minutes to meet Kylo Ren.
Your courage will be tested and rewarded.
The kids then snuck away and bought some Star Wars Coca-Cola. This was $6.50. But this guy said it was worth it. After the next ride, we went and had a churro, a water, and a margarita. It had been a long day at this point. That margarita was well needed. This was another $36. And just as I thought the day was finally over, the rest of the family decided they wanted to go to dinner at downtown Disney Springs. This place was my literal hell. It was shoulder to shoulder in every store and restaurant. We ended up at the Formata Cocina for some Mexican food. $30 for carnitas, $19 margarita, $8 corn, $30 carne asada, and then each of the kids with drinks and food were an additional $30 to $40 each, totaling $245.27 for dinner. There was some sticker shock here, and right after that, they all wanted to go shop. Luckily, it was getting late, and we decided to not go into any stores. The grand total for our day was $1,391.91.
$1,400 in just one day for Disney. Yeah, that's crazy. Family of 5. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I don't know. If I have that large of a family, I'd have to really reconsider my vacations like that because they're going to charge you per head instead of as like a group or just experiencing stuff. So that's interesting. It really is expensive having kids, even with a little tax credit that you get. Have you guys ever been to Disney Springs? I really like the way that is. It's crazy because it's like a second attachment, but for more shopping and stuff like that. I've been several times there because it's free to get in. but I don't really like to eat at the restaurants there. They're a fortune. They're very, very, very expensive. They're all high end. It is good food, though. For the most part, it is pretty good food. But I like to just go and get like little tapas. I think that's what it's called in Spanish, but just like little tiny things, little treats here. I'll get like a cookie or try the donut, split it with a bunch of people. I think that's just an easier way to experience it. But last time I went, you were shoulder to shoulder and the lines were insane.
I put it to the test to see if it was cheaper to go to Tokyo Disneyland versus California, and this is how much we paid. First, Fantasy Springs Land just opened when we got here. The lines are insane. Wow. My husband left the hotel room at 3:30 in the morning and waited till 9 a.m. when the park opens. In order to even enter Fantasy Springs, you have to have a reservation for one of the 4 rides. After meeting up, we both were able to get a reservation for their new Rapunzel, Frozen, and Peter Pan ride. And I'm not kidding when I say it is the most beautiful, realistic ride I have ever been on. And I'm not a huge Disney fan with the cost and waiting in lines, but this was 100% worth it. Okay, let's get into the cost of everything. Flying over there, we paid $512 as a family. We also checked into the Tokyo Hilton Bay Hotel.
How the heck do you get a flight for 4 people out of the country to Japan for $500 round trip? Maybe $500 per person. Maybe we use some sort of points here, but that makes no sense.
Just really clean and super close to Disneyland. Nice, and we stayed 3 nights, which was $945 for a 6-bedroom room. Next was the tickets for our family, and that was $50 a day for an adult and about $30 for a child. Food was ridiculously cheap. Every time Kayloni and I bought food for our family, we would play the game, guess how much this cost us, and it would be around $15 to $25 for the whole family to eat. At the end of the day, for round trip tickets, our room, hotel, and all our food, it cost us about $2,500 for a family of 4 to Disneyland Tokyo, where usually we would spend about $5,000 to go to California.
I don't know, something seems a bit off there with those pricing here, but for $2,500 for several days and to go to another country, that's a pretty sweet deal compared to the last dude who spent $1,400 for his family of 5. You lost me at 3:30 a.m. for the line. Nope. Where did y'all fly from for $500? Yeah, they probably went from an adjacent town in Japan because that makes no sense. $550 for a family of 4 to Japan. Does Spirit fly to Japan? I need proof of that price. How did you get 4 flights for $500? For those wanting a cheaper ticket to Japan, get a flight deal to Hawaii and then book from Hawaii to Japan on an international airline. I'm going to have to look into this. I looked up flights for me. $8,000 for a family of 4. Sorry, I almost said floor. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because something just seems off there unless she used points or credit or works at the airline or there's something here that we're missing. But I will tell you, I did just discover a secret way to get discounted prices and discounted flights to Disney, and it's by subscribing to the channel. Believe it or not, subscribing to the channel actually de-influences you and, shows you the crazy consumerism that's going on at Disney, and you will essentially save hundreds if not thousands of dollars by just tapping the subscribe button and letting me bring you back to reality and saying, hey, do you really need to spend that much money at Disney? Or, hey, can we find an alternative or a cheaper way of doing it? Packing our lunch, staying off premise, not buying every single thing, leaving our credit cards in the room and only bringing cash to spend and having a strict budget. So if it's not too much to ask, just give it a quick tap down below.
This is how much it costs our family of 3 a day at Tokyo Disneyland. Ticket prices, adults are around $55 and children are $32. For food, we typically spent around $10 for sets, but snacks, we snacked all day and they were anywhere from $10 to $4. Donald Duck ice cream as well as
snacks,
a box of popcorn is around $2.70. Chicken nuggets are around $3.50 and this hot dog was $4. For merchandise, these ears were $12 to $15. The bubble toys are anywhere from $9 to $14. Popcorn buckets are $17 to $25 and they have so many cute options. They also fit 2 buckets of popcorn for $4. This cute Disney monorail plate was $8. And balloons were around $14.
Wow.
I also took my daughter to the Bippity Boppity Boutique experience. We did the crown course, which was the basic experience. It includes hair, makeup, a crown, nails, and they get to take all these goodies home. And it was $64. If you don't want to wait in long lines for the popular rides, you can get a fast pass there anywhere from $10 to $14.
That's cheap.
And I highly recommend. Now you might be wondering why Tokyo Disneyland is so much more affordable compared to other parks. These parks are actually not owned by Disney, but a Japanese company instead. They base their prices off of fairness and affordability. Standards are high when it comes to good value for their money. The customer experience is very important for them.
I really need to visit Japan. Oh, Every time I hear something about it, it's nothing but good talk. You know what I'm saying? Everything is so nice and clean, and people are respectful. I've seen how people drive. I've seen the gas stations and how you just get treated with such courtesy. And the food and the vending machines. Oh, I really need to visit. I really need to get a trip there. I'll take you guys with me, and I'll share the experience. Damn, the states are robbing us. That's what I'm saying. And it's still cheaper to go to Disney Japan than Disney World Orlando. Apparently it is, especially if you're going to add flights and the hotels on site. You might as well book a trip, get a better experience, and go out of the country. I think it's cheaper to go on a 2-week vacation to Japan Disney than it is to go to Disney World in Florida. I'm starting to see this by the amount of videos that I am seeing here. My family is going to Tokyo in October, and we're so excited. Tickets for all 4 of us to Tokyo Disney were $160. When I went to Disney World in Orlando, 1 ticket to Magic Kingdom for just myself is $250. Anyways, that's going to be it for today's episode. What I really want you to take away from this episode is I'm not bashing you for going to Disney. I'm not bashing you for wanting to go to Disney. I like going to Disney. I'm just saying there's a smart way to do it. There's a frugal way to do it. There's a way to save money. And there's also when you should and shouldn't be splurging on these vacations. If you have to go into debt or take out credit card debt to afford this vacation, it's not worth it. Find another way to enjoy traveling. Go to another town down the block from you. Go to another state near you, and you will save a significant amount of money, because the amount of people that justify any excuse for their kids to get season or annual passes and spend hundreds, if not thousands of dollars to go to Disney, it's just insane. And then you can go get the Disney credit card, which they are constantly shoving down your throat to get this credit card that I'm sure is charging a fortune in interest here. That's how they're making even more of their money. It's behind the scenes here. It's just truly fascinating. You need to go with a budget. You need to think about this stuff beforehand so you don't get influenced by the consumerism and everything that's going on there. Go with cash, leave your credit cards at home or in the hotel room, and make sure you have an emergency fund set aside. Make sure you don't have any debt, and then you can enjoy your vacation. It shouldn't take that long to pay off your debt if you don't have that much, and you hunker down and you focus, get out of it, and Disney will always be there in another year or two when you're debt free, and it will be much more enjoyable and affordable when you don't have to pay a massive interest rate on top of it. But that is going to be it for today's video. Let me know your experience. Have you ever been to Disney? How much did it cost? How much did you spend? Were there ways that you got it cheaper? I figured I would go because I live 3 hours, 2.5 hours away from it. I get the Florida discount. I get to drive instead of fly. And sometimes I do it in a day. So I only pay for parking and I don't even have to pay a hotel fee. But that's going to be it for today's video, guys. Definitely make sure to smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe. And if you haven't already seen my iPhone insanity episode, people are going broke getting iPhones. It's crazy. They definitely make sure to check it out right after this. Peace.